Yeah, this one's live.
What's live?
That one.
Why is it live? I don't want nobody to see me eating, bro.
Yeah, eat over there, yo.
I don't do that.
Eat over there.
Nobody see me eating, yo. Yeah, all this cold ass food, bro. You should have fucking went somewhere. Where you gonna stay at?
I'm not gonna eat.
You ain't eating?
Nah.
You want to get a bag?
Yeah, we just leave it out right there. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep the bag though.
Yeah, keep the bag, nigga. I'll take this shit home.
Yeah, I'm gonna heat it up when I ride home.
Huh?
I'm gonna heat it up when I'm riding home. Joe adding salt.
Huh?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Adding salt is crazy.
Adding salt?
Yeah.
I need it. You know why? Lord, thank you for the food. Thank you for the brother that bought it, repaired the hand that fixed it. Lord, we thank you for everything that you're doing this day, Lord, to bring us together one more time in Jesus' name. Pray, amen.
Amen.
You know what you need to do? You need to put Tanya on your podcast. You know why?
How would I do that?
And ask her about marriage.
Yo, you're live, bro. That's YouTube.
It's not showing me, is it?
No.
Good. Just get my voice right.
Yes.
Okay, good. What's up, YouTube? Thank you, Jason, for this good meal.
You're welcome.
Gotta give thanks where thanks is due. Hey, yeah, yo, them fries do taste good when you heat them up a little bit. You hear me?
For sure.
I heat them up, though.
See, the good thing about when I do the podcast over here, I know I'm not going to talk all crazy, you know what I'm saying, to the point where I feel like I'm embarrassing church folks. I always tone it down when I get around you, for real.
When you get around who?
When I get around you,
Right.
I always tone it down a bit.
Are you sure there's not mayonnaise on this thing, yo?
So what do you want to talk about today?
It's your subject. I'm a guest.
Yeah, I'm live.
Hmm?
I'm live.
You live?
Yeah.
Oh man. Thank you for the chicken tenders. Them chicken tenders is right, yo.
Yeah, yo, like, you know what I mean? That's why I figured, I'm like, yo, if he don't,
It's good, yo.
if he don't like
I ain't
the,
never had good chicken tenders.
yeah, they chicken tender's good. That is crooked. Man. That's crooked. Alright, that's a good one. That's a good picture right there. That's still crooked though. There we go.
Excuse me.
Alright. I ain't gonna plug the mic in until you ready to tap out. Shoot. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the score with him. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? As soon as y'all ready, I'ma get ready, but I'ma just let y'all know I ain't ready. He wanna eat his food while it's fresh. He don't wanna, you know what I mean? So he wanna eat his food while it's fresh. So I'm like, I don't wanna eat. I wanna eat, but I wanna get through this. You know what I'm saying? I wanna get through this. So I wish I had your phone. Where's your phone so I can do a sound check?
How you gonna do a sound check?
You go to the live.
Right here? Yeah, what you need to do?
Go to the live that I tagged you in. All you gotta do is go to your page.
On Facebook?
Yeah. Yo, that's a Sean John hoodie right there.
Yo, come on.
That's a Sean John hoodie right there. You know how we doing. You know how we doing. Alright, let me see your Facebook.
Right here.
Thursday night. Just a little bit. Just a little off. Just a little bit. Just a little off.
Hey yo, is the sound thing there?
Mm-hmm.
Can they hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yo, put it on mute, yo.
I can't do that.
Here we go.
Once we live, we live.
Hey yo.
All right, now let's see what the position of the seating gonna be. Yeah, Once we live, we live. Let's stop the whole thing. All right, now let's see what the position of the seating gonna be.
You getting too much feedback.
Let's start the whole thing.
Yeah, you too close. Your phone's too close.
All right, now let's see what the position of the seating gonna be. Let's start the whole thing.
Yeah, you too close. Your phone's too close.
All right, now let's see what the position. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I wish I could check the YouTube, but I'm just gonna have to. So right now we live. If you would rather be on YouTube to watch us talk, go to YouTube, SmoovTv Network, YouTube, cause I'm live there as well. I'm trying to wean myself off of going live on Facebook as a priority way of doing it, because Facebook only gives you 30 days and then they delete your stuff. That started in March, maybe late February. So all of my lives that I've done in March, February, whatever, was deleted off Facebook. It started with the infamous Amber interview, you know what I'm saying? One BBL is not enough podcast. It started with that one. So like after that, all my podcasts, interviews that I did live, they deleted. But they give you an option to download all of them to your phone so that you can upload them to another platform, such as Instagram, Facebook. Instagram, or re-upload them to Facebook. They just deleting the lives. Yo, look at my Sean John hoodie, yo. Look at my Sean John hoodie, yo. You know what I'm saying? Can you see it? Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I mean? Free Diddy, yo. So, if you like to see some of the lives that were deleted, such as the Amber interview, one BBL is not enough. It's actually called marriage counseling, cause she brought her fiance over, and I pretty much asked them, marriage counseling questions and stuff like that. Things that I would have thought that could get them prepared to be married. I felt, seeing as though I got experience. So, and yeah, so that's all that was, for real. That's all that was. I wish I would have looked at my face before I got on camera. I ain't brushed my beard, nothing. I was supposed to get a haircut for Resurrection Sunday. I didn't. Went to church a little rough, but I'm still smooth. And that's all that matters. I'm still smooth. Yo, shout out to you, Darbino. I'm glad you home, feeling good, looking good. Glad you home for real. You know what I'm saying? I saw you was probably I saw that you on Facebook you were in the hospital for at least a couple days, at least more than a couple days. Can't wait to holler at you, you know what I'm saying? Have a sit down with you. But I like to sit down with this brother that's about to get on camera soon, because OG, you know what I'm saying? OG. You know what I mean? Old enough to be my father for real. You know what I'm saying? So
But don't look it.
he say he don't look it, but
Don't look it.
he don't look my age. So what age do he look? He got. He don't look my.
You look like you could be my fault.
He don't look like he's 30. I mean, but y'all be the judge. Y'all be the judge. I don't think
be the judge of me.
I don't think you look like you're 30. But what was I saying? So yeah, I took a lot of my lives that were on Facebook and they are on YouTube. I feel like when it comes to listening to podcasts anyway, or listening to long videos, YouTube is the way to go. And I uploaded them raw. Like I uploaded them raw, meaning unedited. So the way that you saw it live on Facebook is the way that you're gonna watch it on Instagram. You know what I mean? So long episodes, like an hour and a half long for real. Usually when I do a cast, it's like an hour it's like an hour minimum, unless I'm in a rush to do something. And I just want to make sure I go ahead and get something out. Some of my favorite episodes, I can't imagine losing some of my episodes. Like when they decided they wanted to, when Facebook decided, when I got the notification that Facebook wanted to do this, it was devastating because I can't imagine losing not one episode. I remember when I used to feel, and I'm not saying I don't feel this way anymore, but I used to always feel like every episode was my favorite episode. Like every new episode became my favorite episode. Every time I did one, it became my favorite. Unless it was disrupted, you know what I'm saying, by my man Tor. You know what I mean? Unless he was going too crazy one night, and that might, I ain't gonna lie, that irritates me. That irritates me a lot. I mean, that's my man, but I don't like he wants to turn up. It's no such thing as turn down. And when he does turn down, it's like all the way down to the point where he's almost asleep. You know, so it's no middle with him. It's no middle with him. So it's kind of hard to get a straight all the way through episode with him. You know what I mean? Like I was listening to the one with Mike Stone, and I couldn't really get started until like 20 minutes in. Like I just let the camera roll, and it's like 20 minutes in, I couldn't really get started. So I forgot this one, yo. I hope this sounded right while I was talking. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. Yeah, I'm sure it did. Yo, what is y'all talking about, yo? What are y'all talking about?
OG Reese, man.
That hamburger for short? What did he say? It looked like somebody photoshopped your swole head on a hamburger body.
Oh, yours?
What are you talking about, yo?
Yo, they cracking on you, yo.
What are you talking about? Anyway, yeah, I felt like I remember when I used to feel like every new episode, yeah, both of them on.
That's my phone.
Yeah. I felt like I remember I used to feel like every new episode. You know what I'm saying? Have a seat, my brother.
Yeah, I'm back in the house, son.
Have a seat, my brother. Let me see what it looked like on there.
I ain't on that.
Gotta give it time. What's up? Tough. All right. So now that I got him here, let's go ahead and lock in for real. Where do I want to put this at? I feel like it's okay to leave it there. You know what? My bad, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. About to lock in for sure now. Mic'd up. All right, turn that volume back up. Bear with me. About to lock in for sure now. Cause I just plugged the mic in. Mic'd up. Check, mic check. Oh yeah, I'm good. You say something.
Hello, everybody.
Talk loud too. Like check.
Check.
Check, mic check.
Mic check.
Oh yeah, I'm good. You say something. Hello, everybody.
It's working.
All right, yeah, we good. All right, let me go ahead and cut that down. Check, mic check. All the way. I don't even need to hear. Yeah. What up? It's your man Jason Colossal Smooth, SmoovTv Network podcast presented by SmoovTv the network with my network. Make your check network. I'm here live with my man Reese. You know what I'm saying? OG. You know what I'm saying?
One and only.
Talk to him, man. You know what I mean? I'm glad to have you on here today. You feel me? I feel like every time I come over here, you know what I mean? You set my mind right. You know what I'm saying? Because I be so
everywhere.
I be so far left. You know what I'm saying? I be so far left field, you feel me? And saying whatever I want. And when I get on here, I feel a little bit of filter. You know what I'm saying? That comes on. Which I really don't mind, because at least my mama liked these episodes.
Right.
When I start talking crazy, you know what I'm saying? Mama don't really like those other episodes. When I was with my Muslim brother, you know what I'm saying? Spitter Bay, you know what I mean? Spitter Baby, you know what I'm saying? When I was with him, you know, she liked that episode. You know, we was comparing the Muslim brothers to the believers of Christ brothers. So, yeah, she liked that episode. So I don't know, man. Maybe I should start doing it more for my mama. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, ever since I got into the entertainment field, it's been really hard to please her. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a Christian, a believer of Christ type brother. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? And if it ain't clean, you know, she don't want to indulge in it. You know what I'm saying? So she can't listen to me if it ain't clean. So at least when I come here, I know
it's gonna be clean.
I try to keep it clean. You know what I mean? I try to keep it clean. You feel me? But I feel like you don't really want me to keep it clean. I think you want me to kind of go in though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Maybe it's the respect for my elders, that it's hard for me to actually go in. Just swipe down. You'll be able to see the comments once they come in. That's pretty much why I got that up there, so I can see the comments when they come in and we can respond to people. But you're going to get distracted messing with that thing the whole time, bro.
I'm gonna get the what?
You're going to get distracted messing with that thing the whole time, though.
I ain't never distracted.
You know what I'm saying? So put it down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold on to that.
I got it.
Let me use your. Let me you.
Yeah, we good. We good. We good.
Let me see, yo. Live chat. Yeah, live chat. All right, so how was your Easter? Let's go there. How was your Easter? Or how was your Resurrection Sunday? You know what I mean? How was your Resurrection Sunday? Did you make it to church?
Who you talking to me?
Yes.
No, I ain't make it to church. I was home.
No way. You didn't come to church? You didn't go to church?
No. My Resurrection Sunday was at peace with me. That's what my Resurrection Sunday was. Home. Here.
Appreciate you for having me, by the way.
How was yours? Yeah, you're welcome, brother.
You know what I'm saying? My Resurrection Sunday was nice. I went to church. Church was packed.
I bet.
Church was packed.
I watched it on Facebook.
Yeah. Church was packed. The word was good. The vibes was better. You know what I'm saying? Well, ain't nothing better than the word. Let me put that right there. Ain't nothing better than the word. But the vibes, you know what I'm saying, was just, yeah. Very, very welcoming. You feel me? Very welcoming, you know what I'm saying? Brothers was happy to see me. You know what I mean? That I had seen at the men's meet that we had went to.
What church was that?
Carpenter's House.
Carpenter's House of Baltimore.
Carpenter's House, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Good church.
Yeah. Pretty good church for real. Yeah, man. So yeah, that was fun. What I wore, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all about the outfit, you feel me? Wore some black jeans, and I threw the all white button up, silk. You know what I'm saying? Silk all white button up. And I threw the J's on. Like usually I would throw the cowboy boots on with that for real, you know what I'm saying? But I threw the J's on. I threw the black and white and red ones on. You know what I'm saying? I threw the ones on for real. I don't know what it was about it. I said, I'm not throwing my dress shoes on with this. I'm putting the ones on. And when I got there, come to find out, a lot of the brothers dressed like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they had on some casual type shoes. You feel me? Of a tennis shoe. They had like a sneaker on. Jeans or slacks with a polo or a button down. You know what I'm saying? Untucked. You know what I'm saying? Like it was real laid back for real. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a lot of brothers, with suits on. You know what I'm saying? Or the jacket on. Stuff like that. It ain't really go out like that. Matter of fact, I felt like if I'd have wore my suit, I would have felt overdressed. I felt like I would have felt overdressed. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was riding on Greenmount, I seen a brother step out of the car with an all purple suit on. I'm like, I think those days is over. Or that's when you really know you's an old head. When you still putting on them colorful suits on Easter. You know what I'm saying? So you got a colorful suit?
Nah.
Oh, you ain't got no color?
Nah.
What color suits do you have and how many suits do you own?
I had one suit, and it's a tan suit. It's a spring suit. It's nice. I got it for Father's Day last year. All of my other suits, I cannot fit. So, if you need a suit, brother, I have one for you.
I forget them, man. You know what I'm saying? You and my son about the same size. You know what I mean? I'm about to lace my son with all them fresh suits. You feel me? You know what I mean? With all them fresh suits. You and my son, you and little Jason about the same size. Same size for real. 2X? Well, them suits was a 2X. Something like that.
No. They 46, size 46.
So what's that in the X? Like a 1X?
Yeah, no, it's not a 1X. I'm a 1X now.
So they about 2X.
It's like about 3X.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. His shoulders will feel that right on there.
It's about a 3X.
Yo, when I look on camera, yo, it look like I'm taking up the whole couch.
Most of it.
Yeah. That's a big man. That's a big man.
Why didn't you get no comments, brother?
You can't focus on the comments, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta have conversation like we usually do. You know what I mean? First of all, we didn't warn anybody that we was going live, right? Right now, it's all about timing when it comes to going live. So if you go live too early, first of all, your page is either popping or it's not. All right, that's number one. Okay. And I oversaturate the market, or at least my market. I go live all the time. So if anything, I should have a decent following of people that want to watch. But honestly, it just depends on what I'm watching. But how about some of the people that know that I'm going live and they just don't like the stuff I talk about? So, you know what I mean? I could have a lot of family or friends that watch my live, but just don't like what I talk about sometimes. You know? So, like right now, like I kind of feel dry right now. Like right now, I feel dry. Like I really don't know. I feel very, the word is coming restricted. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? Church folks and stuff like that. You know, I don't understand why I even have to filter for church folks when church folks, especially the women in the church, they're the most freakiest girls I know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I even filtering for women that was just freaking off, you know what I'm saying, Saturday night. And they only in church because they want, you know what I'm saying, repent. You feel me? So it's like, why am I even filtering? You feel me? Like, even grandma, you used to freak off back in the day. You know what I mean? Now that you're an old lady, you want to settle down. Now that you're an older lady, you want to settle down. But you wasn't settling down back in the day, though. All of a sudden, because you older, you saved? Or you just got saved because you baptized? Because people get baptized all the time, then they backslide. Get baptized all the time, then they backslide. We all do that for real. We all do that. So if any, this goes out to any of my family though, you know, or anybody that does feel some type of way about what I talk about, or, oh, I can't listen to you because I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, just like people make their own music that comes from the heart. You feel me? You don't have to listen to that person's music. You know what I'm saying? You can change the radio station, or you can pop in another CD or whatever. You could change the channel. You know what I mean? You don't gotta listen to me. You can block me. I've had family unfriend me because they see some of my material and they like, oh no, I own a church. I can't be on his friend. I can't be his friend on Facebook because his stuff is popping up all on my feeds, and I got church people that don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. That's the kind of backlash I get for real. You know what I'm saying? From my church side of the family. You feel me? Which is okay. You know what I'm saying? But that's their choice. You know what I mean? They get to do that. And I'm not even going to say they judging me. I'm not even going to use that word, they judging me. You know what I'm saying? Based on what I talk about. I'm not even gonna use that. I'm not gonna use that word. Oh, it's not up to you to judge me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if they are godly people, they are doing the right thing by separating themselves from evil. You know what I'm saying? They are doing the right thing. And if what I talk about is so-called evil based on profanity, that's probably the number one thing that I do that's evil.
Right.
Profanity. You know what I'm saying? Grandma don't want to hear me cussing. My mama don't want to hear me cussing. And I shouldn't want my grandma or mama to hear me cussing anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still trying to filter out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I never heard mama cussing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now that I'm an adult and I get to do what I want to do, you feel me?
That's true, but that's to each his own.
I hear you. I'm not,
Yeah,
I
to
mean,
each his own. I mean, yeah, you know, people that's in Christ, you know, that turned their life around and been delivered from certain things. So to hear you cuss when they've been delivered, it's like they don't want to be put back into the world. They hear the worldly things. So they want to hear the godly things instead of the worldly things. You understand that?
so why do they still go to the club? Why do they still listen to worldly music?
Well, they.
So they pick and choose what they want to support or what they want?
No, it's not that they pick and choose. It's that they are not. Well, what was told to me is that, you know, when you do things that's not Christ-like, when you've been delivered from that, you're supposed to walk the godly life. But people do go to the clubs because that's what they want to do, but it's not godly, but they do it anyway. So that means that they're not fully committed to what they say they committed to.
And that's what I mean by them picking and choosing, you know what I'm saying? What they want
They're not committed.
what they want to eliminate.
Right. It's pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say I'm saved, filled with the Holy Ghost and sanctified and everything, all that, and then you don't love your brother. You know, like you can look at your brother, or you can hold a grudge, and hold animosity amongst a person, but you're supposed to say you a godly person. How can you be a godly person like when they crucified Jesus, and they whipped him, they beat him, they lied on him, they spit on him, they did everything that they possibly could. They marched him through Calvary, they shamed him. But he still forgave him. You know, for our sins, you know what I mean? He forgave him. So now you got a person that go to church every Sunday, supposed to be saved. You know, I'm not going to say that they're not because I can't judge them. I can't judge a person. That person can't judge me. But
Well, if they didn't get baptized, they're not saved.
A person that's been baptized. Well, baptized is when you go down in the water, when you come up, you're supposed to be a new person. All of your sins and everything is washed away.
Right.
So you're supposed to be a new creature. You're supposed to be a new person.
Right.
You know, being saved is when you believe that the Lord is your personal Savior.
Right.
That's saved. It's different. You know, when you accept the Lord and you love him with all your heart and you accept the Lord to be your personal savior, that's when you know you're saved. I could be saying it wrong, but I know for me, I was told that you're not saved. And I was like, well, how can you tell me I'm not saved when I have a personal relationship with my Savior? My God know me, so I can't say, Jason, you not saved, because I don't know how you love Jesus in your heart. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How, what's in your heart. Exactly. I can't say that. So can nobody judge a person and say that they're not saved based on what they see, because they don't know. So that's what I believe, so you can piggyback on that.
Yeah, I know. Remember, how old are you?
I'd rather not say.
Well, you're old enough to be my dad.
I don't know how old you are.
So if you're old enough to be my dad, and I'm 36, do math.
Absolutely.
So Shannon Sharpe is in the news, well, in celebrity news. And I usually don't like to talk about hot topics or gossip or whatever they call it, you know what I'm saying? I usually like to stay away from the celebrity stuff, because that stuff is here today and gone tomorrow. Like, it's not timeless. But I'm gonna use the subject to pretty much answer to prepare this question.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharpe, you know what I'm saying, is dealing with SA lawsuit allegations, grape juice from the young lady that he had been dealing with. She's 19. She was 19 for real. So I say that to say this, and I say that to say this, and just spit it out, man. What the heck? Was he too old to be dealing with a 19-year-old girl in the first place?
Absolutely. That's no question to answer. It's about it.
Come on, man. Like,
certain things you don't do as a man, and you got to look at the whole picture. I heard bits and pieces.
For sure.
So I really don't know.
Right.
But what I do know is, from a man perspective, a man that has a daughter that's older than this young lady, Shannon Sharpe got a daughter.
Right.
And she's older. And this young lady, what you say, is 19 or 20 or whatever she is.
Right.
And Shannon Sharpe got to be up in his 50s.
That's what I said. Yeah.
In his 50s at least. So yes, that's to me, I would say that's child abuse, whether it's consent or.
Come on, bro.
I would say
How is that child abuse?
I would say whether it's consent or not, because this is a young lady. She's 19. Okay, she can make her own decisions. She can do whatever. But the age factor, is okay. She's
legal.
She's not even 21.
She's legal though.
19 is legal.
Yes, bro. That's law. 18 is legal. Once you turn 18,
okay.
I can be a.
Okay, let me flip the script.
I can be a dirty old man.
Let me flip the script. Let me flip the script. You have a daughter. I have a daughter. Right. My daughter is in her 30s. Right. Shannon Sharpe is in his 50s. Right. Your daughter is a baby. Right. It's a baby. When she turned 18 and she said, come to you and say, Dad, I'm talking to a 50 something years old man that's almost 60 years old or whatever, so on. You're going to say that's fine?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. So now you're being hypocritical.
You've
You're
got
being hypocritical. You're being hypocritical.
Of course
because
I am.
because when it's yours,
Of course I'm being hypocritical.
right? That's hypocritical because if it's your kid, you're going to say no, okay. But Shannon Sharpe is saying this girl is somebody else's daughter.
But what if she doesn't have a dad?
It don't matter. It's still not right. It's not right.
If she doesn't have a dad, then it doesn't matter.
She has a mom.
Mom probably doesn't care either.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
He's not. They're not.
No.
They was dating for 2 years. So
based
the family
on what I heard,
accepted them.
based on what I heard on the radio today while I was at work, she's suing Shannon Sharpe. But the guy who she got, that's her lawyer, is the same lawyer that tried to sue Jay-Z and Diddy, right, and all of this alleged stuff and so on, so on, so on. So, the bigger picture is it's all about money. It's all about money. So why now is she coming out to try and sue Shannon Sharpe for a relationship that she was in with him? What went bad for her to? What went bad for her to go to this extent to get a lawyer to sue him and say that?
Apparently, grape. It was grape.
Apparently that he
graped her.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to, so pretty much, what she was trying to say was, no means no. Do not put it in the number 2 hole.
No, stop right there. But they also played. Shannon Sharpe played a tape stating that
it was consensual.
One of the statements that was in the tape was like she wanted Shannon to put a big black baby in her.
Right.
So if she wanted Shannon to do that, so that means that she loved what he was doing to her.
But a girl can say all she wants. You ever heard a girl talk mad trash before you seen her for the first time or the second time or whatever? Girls like to talk mad trash over the phone about what they gonna do and everything else. And then when it comes to game time, some of them be bluffing, right? Has that ever happened?
I can't recall now. I can't recall. Well, it probably did.
Well,
I mean,
talk a good game, but then when it's time to, all right, show me all that stuff you was talking on the phone. Sometimes I'm just playing or whatever. But some guys don't like that. They want to take that serious. And now that I'm in a situation where your panties is down or whatever the case may be, and I say no, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it or whatever. Now,
right. No means no. No means no.
But does it really?
No means no.
Does no really mean
no
no?
Means no. But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
My whole thing with this whole situation with Shannon Sharpe, like I said, I ain't really did my research on it.
I blame it that he was with a white. He shouldn't have been with that white girl, though.
Right. I didn't.
Not only was she 19, but she was white.
Regardless, whether she white, black, Chinese, or whatever.
Black girls don't do you like that.
Oh yes, they do. You can't put a color restriction on somebody that's trying to store somebody for some money. You cannot. This been happening to athletes for years. For years, this been happening to athletes. Like Deshaun Washington, okay? All of these women made these accusations against him. Watson, I'm sorry, not
Deshaun
Watson.
Right.
Deshaun Washington, not Washington. All of these accusations they made against him, all of this money they sued him for, right? And so on and so on and so on. Some said they raped him, some said this, and some said that, right? So they got their money. He never was arrested. You ever think about that?
Yo, that's because
he never would know. Who is it to say that he didn't do it? Who is it to say that he did?
The law was never proven guilty.
So why he paid all this money to him then?
Because because girls can sue guys for anything.
But you gotta have facts. You gotta have proof.
Nope.
Yes, you gotta have facts. You gotta have proof.
Yo, so if you was there, and she was there, that's why you almost gotta have proof that it was all consensual. You almost gotta have text messages And video.
This woman was in a relationship with Shannon Sharpe for 2 years.
So how can she sue him for
2 years?
How can she sue him
For 2 years, right? For 2 years. Now all of a sudden, since the relationship went sour, either he walked away from it or whatever,
Right.
and he said, "I don't want to see you no more." Now she want to sue him
for grape?
No, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that because he is a celebrity that got good money.
What's crazy is he offered her $10 million to drop it.
Right.
She ain't want to take that.
You know why? Because she got a crooked lawyer that feels that he can get more.
He can get more. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, I mean,
so see, one thing for sure, you know, like as a man with money, I feel as though that you should always protect yourself regardless.
how?
You know, because I'm gonna tell you like this. This been going on for years, man. This been going on for years, and it's going to continue to go on for years. They got professional women that will dress themselves up, that will get good, look good, smell good, and come to the game and sit at the basketball game on the front row, so you can smell her, so you can see her, just so she can get your attention to get you in that circle, in that wag. Once she gets you in that wag, then she knows she got you. It happened to Kobe. You know? It happened to Shaq.
Nah, but Kobe did that shit.
Oh yeah. Kobe did it and he did it rough.
Yeah,
And that's what brought the
see, once again, white girl. They gotta leave
Yeah.
these white girls alone, yo. I'm trying to tell you.
well,
Trying to tell you.
black girls do it too.
Yo, but I'm trying to remember
It's
a black girl that
it's
did
not-
this
it's
to
not-
a
it's not-
dude.
It's not just it's
Yo,
not
please
just
give
white.
me one example of a
Not
black
just
girl
white.
that has done this, yo. I just need one example. Please provide him with one example. Comments if you know one example.
Robin Gibbons did it. Robin Gibbons did it to Mike Tyson. She did it to Mike Tyson.
That's a good one.
Could you say no more? She did it to Mike Tyson.
But I think Mike Tyson.
Did it to Mike Tyson.
But I think Mike really did that shit,
No,
though.
no. Robin Gibbons did it to Mike Tyson.
But Mike Tyson went to jail. That's the difference.
Bro.
These guys did not go to
Who else?
jail.
Who else?
Mike went to jail, so Mike might have really did that.
Mike didn't go to jail for Robin Gibbons. Mike went to jail for raping the girl at the hotel.
Say grape. Say
Great. That's when he went to jail. He was found guilty for the young lady that was at the beauty pageant. Not Robin Gibbons, brother. Don't get it twisted.
You remember that story vividly?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yes.
I could have sworn I saw the story and it was
Right. No, it wasn't Robin Gibbons. Robin Gibbons
pretty much like played him though.
played him the whole time.
Right.
Made him feel like he was a airhead. You know, he was dope. Matter of fact, when they was on the white lady show, what's her name? They used to come on Sunday nights when she interviewed both. Mike was high up on drugs, and Robin
Ricky
Gibbons.
Lake?
No, not Ricky Lake. Nah, it was I can't think of her name. An old white lady that worked for the news company.
Regardless.
Yeah. But Mike Tyson did it. Who else did it? I can go back. Steve McNair. Steve McNair did it. Steve McNair did it, and the girl killed him. Remember that? She committed.
Steve McNair was cheating. And she killed him and then killed herself.
He wasn't cheating. Well, he was married. Yes, he was married.
Yeah, I'm about
But
to
he
say
had
that was a
outside-
little side
living
chick.
he was living a double life. He was living a double life.
Yeah.
Double life, and the girl. He was
See, that's what I'm trying to say.
He was trying to break off. He was trying to break off with her, and he was going back to his wife. And then that's when she set him up, and she shot him and shot herself. Right. Yep. But I'm quite sure.
Tell me this though.
I'm quite sure if you Google it, of the number of professional athletes that got taken in by a pretty female, and then she pretty much turned her back on them and tried to sue them after they've been together for years. Because once you get once you give in,
Right.
and y'all pretty much do the thing.
Right.
Now she feels that she can control this man. But see, what these females realize is these athletes is who they are. They athletes. They got tons of money. And the athlete think that they can pay their way out of it. The female want more. The female want pretty much everything. You know, I want everything. 10 mil, okay. Put yourself in her shoes with Shannon Sharpe, right?
All right, I got one for you.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold
Cassie.
on. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Cassie.
Wait a minute. Hold. Put yourself in Shannon Sharpe's shoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Play. Let's do a role play. Okay. So Shannon Sharpe offered you $10 million to not release the tape or whatever type of document she's supposed to have of their relationship, how he did or whatever. $10 million is a lot of money. You think a person is not going to take the $10 million and say, okay, fine. You know, like, okay, why is she not taking the $10 million? That's what I'm not understanding.
Because it's deep. It's deeper than the law.
Okay.
It's deeper than the money.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
Shannon Sharpe has reached a level. You know what I'm saying? To
Okay.
the point where it's
Okay, wait a minute.
It's time to bring him back down to earth.
Okay, right, because of his mouth, because he got the Shannon Sharpe show and everything,
Right.
and so and so. Kobe, let's go to Kobe. Kobe did it and admitted that he did it, right? Did he not?
What did he do?
With the young lady at the
He put her in her butt.
yeah,
Yeah. She said no.
he rough sexed her.
Yo, why y'all so
But wait a
obsessed
minute.
with the
But wait a minute. No, but wait a minute. Okay, so Kobe did it, and he admitted that he did it. He told his wife that he did it, and so on and so on and so on. Right. So check
Right.
this out. The young lady got paid millions of dollars. She
Yes.
took it. Kobe went on and finished out his career. Right.
Right.
So why is she's not taking the $10 million? That's what I don't understand. Why is she not taking the $10 million? Why? And Shannon Sharpe is not, okay, once she turned it down, Shannon Sharpe ain't go higher and say, I'm going to give you more money. You know, I'm going to give you $20 million now to not, you know, because see, Shannon Sharpe got a lot to lose. See, now, who Shannon Sharpe work for? ESPN? That's a bad look for him.
No, I don't think he worked for ESPN.
Who he work for?
I think he's Is he independent?
No, he worked for somebody. ESPN. He worked for
I
ESPN.
thought First Take got him out of there.
No, he worked for ESPN. And if I'm not mistaken, do you think ESPN is going to keep his contract?
Well, he's supposed to get one of them Joe Rogan deals. You know what I'm saying? That's what's come out for real, but you know. So, long story, I mean, to conclude this, at your age, you're not messing with no girl a freshman in college. That's the way I like to put a man's mind when I say a little young joint. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want no freshman in college? Because a freshman in college is 19.
Who, me?
18, 19.
Me
Freshman in
personally?
college. Yeah.
No.
Why?
No.
Are you afraid of it?
No.
What's wrong?
I would never. Let's make this clear. In the video world, Reese OG would never step that low. You know, I did that when I was their age, and you move on from that. You don't go back. I'm sorry. No. I fault Shannon Sharpe. I fault him. You know why I fault him? And he shouldn't have been with the girl anyway. He shouldn't have been with nobody that age bracket way younger than whether she's an adult, a young lady, whatever you want to call it. Shannon Sharpe should never step over that that line
Yo,
and go that low.
He wanted some of that paperclip pussy, bro.
No,
You know
no,
what
no.
I'm
It
saying?
ain't about paperclip. It ain't about paperclip nothing. It ain't about that. Okay, just like an athlete, right? An athlete get hooked up with a girl, right? An athlete can buy whoever he want. He can buy whoever he want. He can go to a nightclub. He can go to a gentleman's club and say, I want that one, that one, and that one, right? You know, pay him and sign a whatever,
Right.
a disclosure thing or whatever, and it's all said and done. Why you want to wifey somebody that's not even 21 years old, bro? You don't do that. No, don't do that.
Is there really a mature age level between 19 and 25 between when it comes to women?
It all depends on the woman.
Of course.
It
So
all
what if
depends
the
on the
woman and what if the freshman in college? Mind you, I like to say freshman in college versus saying 19, 18, because it's something about when you hear 19, 18.
What was your freshman in college don't make us smart?
Hold on real quick. It's something about when you hear the number 18, 19 that makes you feel a little cringy. I'm saying my daughter hates when I use that word because it's supposed to be a new word and I ain't supposed to be able to use it because I'm an old man. It's something about when I use the number 18, 19 that make you feel some type of way about it. Somebody was like, petty. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna complete the word. It makes you seem like a petty. So, no comments. It makes you feel like a petty, and I'm like, she's legal. A freshman in college. If I want to just,
What makes it legal because you're in college?
No. I'm just saying, like when I use freshman in college, that sounds a lot better than 18, 19.
No, it don't. It don't. Okay, you know, you can go over to Towson. You can go to Towson. And we have been over in that area. We have been over in that area when we went to go get something to eat.
Right.
On a Friday night.
Our gym is up there.
On a Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah, our gym up there.
Right.
LA Fitness.
We
Shout out to LA Fitness.
Right. We come out of the gym, working out, go get something to eat.
Mhm.
And then we go to your famous spot over there, the cookie place or whatever, to get your little cookies.
And
or whatever.
Samya. Shout out my favorite
right.
cookie place,
Right.
and Samya.
For me, it's the ice cream.
Right.
Love the ice cream. So we walking all up and down the street. You got freshmen in college, right? Kids that's walking all up and down the street, barely clothed, you know, showing most of their bodies, their upper bodies, legs, and so on and so on and so on.
For sure.
Right. It depends on the man. The man, like personally, me, I'm mature enough to know, no, this wouldn't be for me. It's the sick man in the head that be like, okay, I'm gonna go to where they go at, and I'm gonna try to get her number, and I'm gonna try to get her to go with me. That's a sick individual.
Yo, it don't make me sick, bro.
That's
you know
a sick individual
because
to me.
I want to put some money on her books, bro.
No, it ain't you putting no money on her books.
That don't make me sick, bro, for putting
sick.
money on her books, bro.
You sick.
Most
because
college girls, you know what I'm saying, only got a part-time job, yo, and they
it
ain't
don't
got-
matter.
They need to be
It don't
taken
matter.
care of.
No,
for real.
No. They wouldn't be taken care of by me. Trust what I'm telling you. If you call it putting money on their books,
Yo, I think
you
you
call
scared
it-
they gonna give you a heart attack.
No,
and
no,
if,
no,
and
no.
if y'all don't know by now, yo, I'm taking that 19-year-old. I'm telling you right now, you know what I'm saying? That 19, that freshman in college, you know what I'm saying? If something happened to my wife, you know what I'm saying? You got that going right, you know what I mean? Give me that 21. Give me that 21 Savage right there. You know what I'm saying? For
me,
sure.
for record, I would never ever.
Nah, I'm with it. I don't
would
care.
never ever. That wouldn't be me.
You know what I mean?
That wouldn't be me.
Back in the day, I used to watch Girls Gone Wild, and they was.
That's crazy. That wouldn't be
They
me.
was
bro.
well, where were they? Where was Girls Gone Wild filmed at, yo? I was like, yo, I want to go there when I grow up. you know what I mean? Ocean City. I never got to go. I never got to go to senior week and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
That's Myrtle Beach.
don't get me wrong. Right.
Myrtle Beach.
So don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Atlantic City.
You are cutting it close when you talk
Atlanta.
about
When they had
18.
Freak Night. When they had Freak Fest.
Exactly. You are cutting it close when you talk about 19, 18, 20, even 20, because it's hard to tell the difference between a 19-year-old girl and a 16-year-old girl. Sometimes you can't tell the difference in that. You know what I mean? So you can be, you know what I'm saying, cutting it too close. And a lot of times, if I'm talking to my son, I'm definitely like, hey, you know what I mean, if she can't go to the bar with you, feel me, whatever, then you better off staying away from it. You feel me? You better off staying away from it. You feel me? So I understand what you're saying, but girls get fake IDs all day. So even that's, you know what I'm saying, something else right there. So are you messing with white girls though? Would you mess with a white girl?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't. Because to me, the color factor really don't matter to me. You know, white, black, Hispanic, Chinese, whatever you want to say. You know, I think when you start putting color on a person, I think it's the person, not the color. You know what I mean? Because if a person love you, regardless what color, well, if a person, I'm not going to say love, if a person adore you, because the only person you're really supposed to love out here is your mama. You know what I mean? A female perspective shouldn't have that much love. You shouldn't have that much love, because the only person that's going to really love you is your mama.
Love you unconditionally.
That would be your mom.
Right. You got to say that. Unconditionally.
But regardless, you know. Okay, let me ask you a question. You love your wife, right? You say you love your wife, right?
Yeah.
Do you love your mom?
Yes.
Do you love Jesus?
Yes.
Okay, so you answered 3. Out of them 3, who you love the most?
My God.
I'm glad you answered that way. Because God come first.
Keep going down the line.
God come first.
All right, now keep going down the line. Who's next?
If you're married, it would be your wife.
Yeah, yo.
It would be your wife. Because when a man finds a good woman, he leaves his parents.
Cleave to his wife.
And cleaves to his wife. And that's what we's not getting in the world today. You know, like
women are not leaving their parents and cleaving to their husbands.
Well, with a woman, from
It's the
my
same
experience,
thing.
from my experience, it's supposed to be the same thing.
Supposed to be the same
It's
thing.
it's supposed to be the same
That's
thing.
Bible.
But right, that's Bible. And here's where the church come in at. You got females that's in the church, right? But their kids come before their husband, and that shouldn't be.
Well, that's your fault for.
No, it's not nobody's fault, because once you say I do, you become one. You become one. When you say I do, you become one. Not nobody in between. When you get married and you're supposed to, like, it goes like this, like I just said. When you get married, you leave your parents, your kids, and you
Cleave to your wife.
cleave to your husband or your wife. Right. So when you got that connection in you, one, because your wife is your helpmate. You are her helpmate. Y'all are together.
No, I'm not her helpmate.
Then what are you?
Yeah, I'm her leader. I'm not her helpmate.
Right. You are her leader.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not her helpmate.
You are her protector.
Yeah,
Right. And she's supposed to be what to you?
my helpmate.
Your helpmate in what else?
Companion.
And what else?
My other half, my rib.
When God took the rib out of Adam and he made Eve, right? That's why it's called one man.
Sure.
That's why it's called one man. Right. So I forgot where I was going to go at with this. Oh man.
Because you didn't think I was going to be able to clap back so rapidly.
No.
Bye, 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 bye.
It ain't that you clapping. It ain't that you clapping back. It ain't that you clapping back. Bye, 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 nothing. It ain't you clapping back. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. But nowadays you got women that want to wear the pants. That want to be, they want a husband, right? They want a husband, but they ain't closed doors in their life to accept that now you got a husband, right? So why you not let, you'll say, oh, I want my husband to lead. I want my husband to do this. I want my husband to do that. But you want to be still the same person you was before you got married. Okay, you want to be, oh, this is mine. These are my kids. These are this and that. But once you said I do, all of that stuff that you did is supposed to be washed away, and you're supposed to start a new life with your husband.
Sure.
So
Before I chime in, I just want to say, shout out Black Love. Shout out Black Love. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the beautiful black women. You know what I'm saying? That bring in the babies in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Doing the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the babies in and on to planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, strong black women. You feel me? Getting together with a strong black man to make a strong unity. But here's the thing. You're supposed to get together and then you make that strong unity. You know what I'm saying? And have the babies then. Problem is, don't you know, like, I understand the mindset of what a woman is supposed to do. She's supposed to, you know, put the man first. And that was in my marriage counseling episode. You know, who
it's
comes?
Everybody marriage.
Comes first? Who comes first? Right. But
it's in everybody's marriage.
you had, but some women don't understand who is supposed to come first. And I asked them, does your kids come first or does your husband come first? You know what I mean? And some women do believe that, you know, the children are either on the same level or they're first. The husband is second. Now, some women will say, well, it depends on the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the circumstances. You know, whether or not I'm going to put my husband first or my kids first. You know, but if she could just, from the man perspective.
If you put it on a circumstance, you shouldn't get married.
From the man perspective, I think that it's your fault. Not saying you, but from a man that goes into marriage of a woman that already has children by another man, you know what I'm saying? And you mad that she puts that child first above you, or y'all on the same level, or she doesn't give you the respect that you deserve. You already knew that before you married her. If you don't have a woman that respects you and puts you first, you already knew that before you married her. You already said it. It's in everybody's marriage counseling. So if you getting married and you did not get any marriage counseling, you messed up, bro. You messed up. You jumped out there too fast. You know what I mean? You messed up, bro. There's a lot more learning that we can do when it comes to getting with a woman. And it takes more than just one session as well. It takes more than one session, you know what I'm saying, to believe that you're ready to go, that you're ready to get married. You know what I mean? Even though there's always going to be things that come about in life and you guys are going to have to figure it out. And that's why I say my woman must be moldable. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily about certain things, or I like this about her, I don't like that about her. Is the woman moldable? Is the woman willing to learn? Is the woman willing to be taught? You know what I'm saying? Is she willing to listen, comprehend, follow direction? That's like my number one thing. Can you listen, comprehend, follow direction? Can you understand rules? Can you understand boundaries? As a man, you must set those boundaries. You must set the rules of your house. Women and dogs are so similar. You must train them. Women and dogs are so similar. You must train them. If you let the dog come in the house and do whatever it wants, the dog is going to do whatever it wants until you train the dog what to do when, and there has to be consequences to whatever happens if the dog do something bad. In your mind, it doesn't matter what the world thinks. It only matters what you think. Your mind, your world. Your mind, your world, your house. Your mind, your world, your house. It is your house. You are the king of that house. If the rules get broken in that house, you are the ruler of that house. You can't rule your house if it is not your house. This is why it's very important for you to be the man of the house. How can you be the man of the house if it is not your house? You cannot be the man of the house if it is not your house. That's why when the girl makes a lot of money and she moves the guy into her house, he can't be the man of the house because it isn't his house. You have to start all over. Come out of that house and we're going to restart. And my name is going to be on the deed first. Even if her name is on the deed as well, whose name is on the deed as first? The man, then the woman. Whose name is on the lease first? The man, then the woman, then the children. If it's not in that order, you can't give women too much power. They already got enough power with the ability to leave. You can't give them too much power to the point where they can say, this is mine. This is mine. I hate to talk like that. The only kind of women you can give that much power are women that give you that much of her heart and give you that much of authority. That woman, you can give her everything because she understands there's levels to it. She understands her place. You can give a woman that understands her place everything because she'll never mistreat. She'll never mistreat that. She'll never mistreat what she's been given because she understands her place. She understands that my husband's first. She understands God. She understands my husband first. She understands it's her. And then it's the kids. She understands the order and the ways things are supposed to be done. She understands that there's no exception, you know what I'm saying? If we're all at the dinner table, my husband gets the big piece of chicken. She understands. She understands her place. As should a man understand his place. I'm sorry, but there's places, there's things to be said. You must be in your place. I'm sorry. As should a man be in his place. I'm not going to go into the animal kingdom, but it's a reason why the animal kingdom, man does what he does and the female animal does what she does. Everything is set in order for a reason. Yin, yang. It's all set in order for a reason. It's when you get out of order. You know what I'm saying? It's when you get out of energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. That's what I would say. You feel me? And this is not marriage counseling, but it could really help. You know what I'm saying? When a man goes and moves into a woman's place, you know what I'm saying? It's very hard for him to call the shots. And if a man can't call the shots, the man can't lead the house. And if the man can't lead the house, he can't lead the marriage. If he can't lead the marriage is doomed from the start. Marriage is all about foundation. Foundation. I don't care if you don't got nothing but a mattress on the ground of of a studio apartment.
Mm.
That's your studio apartment. She must come to you. She must come to you. There's no humbling yourself to go to her. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do something, my name is on it first. It's not establishing dominance. It's leading the way.
Mm.
And if she does not want to be submissive, she's not the girl. Because feminine energy is submissive. Feminine energy is submissive. Somebody got to submit. Somebody has to. And if she's too far into her masculine, you're going to end up too far into your feminine. And you don't belong there. So now there's tension all the time. You know what I mean? So you can't call the shots, bro, if that's her crib. I see that happen all too often. All too often. Yeah, I know you are in women. Shout out my black queens. But y'all get y'all little nursing degree and y'all be doing good for yourself. Y'all be doing real good for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard for you to find a man that is on the same level as you. So whatever man you end up getting with, they end up being a little bit below you. Now, I'm not saying that you gotta, no matter how much that man make, in his mind, he need to be able to say, I'm here to take care of you. Yeah, now I'm going on to the men. No matter how much money that woman make, in his mind, his mindset, ladies, need to be, I'm going to take care of you. Your money means nothing to me. You got it, great. It's a great asset. But it must be, I'm here to take care of you. Now, if your man need help, well, that's when you come in. But he must be able to stand there and say, yes, I can hold this entire house down. I'm going to hold this entire house down. You can call that old school all you want. But it's a reason why they set it up like that. You know what I'm saying? With the stay-at-home wife. It's a reason why that worked back then. Like I said, the woman, she knew she could make money back in the day and bring home a little money to help out around the house as well. When you go into the situation 50-50, already she's too masculine. When you go into paying bills 50-50, oh yeah, we'll split everything 50-50. Yeah, it's 50-50. Now the decisions is 50-50. She gets the same big piece of chicken as you too, 50-50. It can't be 50-50. Doesn't make any sense. Somebody, it can't be 50, it'll never be, it can't be 50-50. You know what I'm saying? It can't be 50-50. So that's that. That's that. That's good talk. I don't know how I really got into that, but I definitely got young brothers that want to rush into getting married and stuff like that. And I remember in our last episode, I even told guys, you can find your wife. You can find. I remember telling you that you can find your wife in high school. And what I meant by that was the woman that's supposed to belong to you, you could find her in high school. You know what I'm saying? Because 16, 18 ain't too far apart. You can find yourself, you know what I'm saying? You can find yourself growing old together from the start of 16. From the start of high school sweethearts. It's called high school sweethearts. Yeah, we were high school sweethearts. You know what I'm saying? And we got married at 18, 19, and we never broke up ever since. That's what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? And you could really be blessed with a virgin. Really be blessed with a virgin, you know what I'm saying? I used to have the mentality that in high school, I had the mentality that no women with children. Now, no one even told me that. No one told me that. To not date women with children. I just knew I didn't want to deal with any women that had children. In high school. And there were some decent girls that had children in high school. But as soon as I would find out that they had a child, man, as soon as I found out that they even had an abortion, I didn't want nothing to do with them. Good girls for real. Good girls for real, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I found out that they even had an abortion, I didn't want nothing to do with them. It wasn't until, and the reason why that is because I believed in starting my own family. That's why I did not want any women that had children. I believed in starting my own family. It didn't make, even as 16, it didn't make any sense to take care of another man's child. No, that's it. It didn't make any sense to take care of another man's child because I knew that child would never belong to me. No matter what. No matter what, I knew that child would not belong to me. So it wasn't until I had my own child that I decided to be more open to women that had at least one. Because I got one. So how can I be judgmental? You know what I'm saying, to girls that don't got kids when I got a kid. You feel me? So what they call it, that's hypocritical.
That's what it is.
But so what? You know what I'm saying? Be more hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve better than what you tolerate sometimes. You know what I mean? You deserve better than what you tolerate. You know what I'm saying? When you, especially if off the rip, there are examples of the woman believing that these kids are that much more important that you're willing to throw away a perfectly specimen of a man such as myself. If your kids are that much more important that you're willing to throw away a perfectly specimen of a man such as myself, then I'm in the wrong place. So you know, fellas, you know in the beginning whether you're going to be taken serious. Because a woman that don't put you first don't take you serious. Because it's funny how women they treat different men differently. You know what I'm saying? How they make one guy wait 30 days or 90-day rule, but then the next guy can hit him that day, first day meeting. It's funny, right? It's funny. But that's the same thing, you know what I'm saying, if the woman really liked you. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying, she don't really like you like that if she's willing to put them snotty-nosed kids above you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because women don't really care about kids anyway, right? Women don't really care about kids that much. Don't they abort them? Most women ain't got abortions anyway.
What about grown kids?
They just grew to like them. You feel me? Most women done aborted, you know what I'm saying, hella babies for real. So don't you dare put them babies above me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you don't care that much about no babies. You might grow to like them, but when you're a perfect specimen of a man, my man, you know what I'm saying, you better not put them snotty-nosed kids above you. You know what I mean? That's for sure.
All right, buddy.
That's for sure. You know what I mean? I don't know if I went to... Who cares? Who cares? It's a SmoovTv Network podcast. Presented by SmoovTv the Network. With my network, make your bitch network. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. You feel me? Yo, God, man, women, children. Understand that order, and your life will go better, my man.
Peace. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening. God bless. We good? It's over?
Perfect.
It's over?
Not yet.
Peace. Thank you for watching.